All right, ladies and gents, it is Saturday morning. We're gonna do a little dealership life type video of just a bunch of randomness, right? First, we're gonna go over here because we have a little bit of a problem. We have a backup at the charger because so many of us drive electric cars now. We're all in line here waiting to use this bad boy and top off our vehicles for the weekend. Realistically, it doesn't really matter for me because I am currently at 153 miles, which should be good for, actually, it's not going to be good for me for the weekend because tomorrow's my father's birthday and I'm driving down to their place down to Jersey Shore. So actually, I will have to plug in and charge to top this car off before the end of the day. Or when I get home, I'll just plug it in my garage. So I can actually do that as well. Let's park the car here. Let's lower Blink 182. And I want to show you something. And just kind of talk about EVs for a second. So we have an energy screen here on the Chevrolet Bolt, and there is an impacts screen which shows you the impacts of what you're contributing in a sense to your battery range, if that makes any sense. And I want to bring this up because the other day I was talking to somebody. We had a bunch of days that was like 90 degrees every day, and he had said, oh, if you put the air on, you're not going to get any range out of that car. And the AC does affect the range. However, first picture here. All right, this picture is from June 12th, and I took this photo after fully charging the vehicle. So as you can see here on the screen, I have an average, that middle range of about 291 miles. To be fair, the car is rated by the EPA at 247 miles of estimated range. Next photo. This photo represents the impact screen. You can see it's cleared out. Every time you fully charge the car, that screen will clear out. This way you can see your impacts since the last full charge. Again, this picture was taken on June 12th. This next picture was taken 4 days later on June 16th. I had just gotten home. I did go down to Jersey Shore. So I drove the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, and the 16th. 5 days worth of driving. And I had, as you can see here on my average, 20 miles left. You could also see on the trip odometer, I had 2,083 miles on the car. If we subtract the original 1,837 miles, you will see that I traveled 246 miles on that battery range, on that full charge, and I still had 20 miles left. So if we add the 20 miles to the 246, you can estimate you're getting 266, 270 out of the car, which again, the average was 291 when we originally had it fully charged based on its estimates. If we go to our impact screen at that moment in time, as you can see here, because of the climate settings, we have a big orange bar there, and we lost 15.2 miles of range. We gained 2.1 miles based on the outside temperature. We gained 4.6 miles based on terrain. We're in New Jersey, it's pretty flat. And if you look at technique, and this is where it really comes in, we picked up 38.1 miles. So overall, we picked up about 29.6 miles of range based on those major conditions. So depending on how you drive the car, where you drive the car, temperature outside, climate control settings, all these little things could affect the range you get out of the car. But no matter which way I slice it, when I do the math, I get about 270 to 260 miles out of the car. And that's me here in New Jersey, where I live, where I work, my daily driving, my daily commuting. Basically, I'm charging this car once a week. Now, it could be different for someone who lives in Colorado. It could be different for someone who lives in Canada, Florida. You know, you'll have to adapt if you're driving an electric car to your environment. Again, I'm pretty well versed with electric vehicles. I'm on my fourth one. I've actually had 2 Chevy Volts and now 2 Chevy Bolts. I have great news that my Silverado EV has a VIN number. It is sitting in Michigan. It's waiting to be shipped, I guess. Hopefully we see that truck next month. And, you know, I get some heat, not a lot. I get some heat with EV stuff in the comments. Just look at me as an early adopter. Like, I'm doing this basically to explain to you my life, my situations. This way, in the future, if you get to that point where either you want to drive an EV or you're forced to drive an EV, which none of us want that to happen, but if it was to happen, you can look back and you can gain knowledge from the experiences that I have. I have to ask you, do I look different where I'm not wearing sunglasses? Every time I watch YouTube videos with people who wear sunglasses all the time, and then you watch a video where they don't wear them, it makes them look like weird. They look different. Do I look different? Do I look weird? Check it out. Inventory walk. Equinox EVs. A lot of these showed up yesterday. So we got 3, 6, 7, 8 Equinox EVs here and ready to go. If you're into one of these, you're in New Jersey, you're in New York, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, you're in the area, please reach out. come see me. I know a lot about these cars. We have them in stock, and we can get you into one. We also have currently 8 Blazer EVs in stock. Again, a lot of these showed up just in the last day or so. So these are all ready to go. So again, Equinox EV, Blazer EV, we're well equipped to help you out with those. If EVs aren't your thing and you're a gas driver and you want to drive an Equinox, I got 2 rows of Chevy Equinoxes here. I just put all these here yesterday because this is the vehicle that we actually have the most of at the moment. Remember, not long ago in a video, this was 2 rows of the Chevy Trax. Now we're currently down to 5 Chevy Trax models. These 4 are actually 2025s, and this 1RS trim is our last 2024. And check this out, this is our only Trailblazer in stock right now at this location. This is a all-wheel drive LS. You may have heard the Malibus being discontinued. We currently have 2 in stock. I think they're building these out until November, and then that's it. No more Malibus. And no more sedans for Chevrolet, which is definitely like the end of an era. Chevy Traverses, we got a nice selection. We've been delivering a lot of these. We have a nice selection of LTs, a couple of RSs, and a Z71. Some of these are spoken for, just haven't been picked up yet because they just arrived. So far, so good with the Traverse. People are loving it. A little pricey at the moment when you look at today's lease rates and things like that, but hopefully that'll level off in time. This is a great vehicle to purchase or lease if you're looking to save some money and you actually want a Tahoe, because obviously Tahoes, you're spending on average probably about $20,000 more for a similarly equipped vehicle. Leasing, you're spending probably $300 a month more, $400 a month more. So if you were into the Tahoe look, now you kind of get that look here with the Traverse. And really a fantastic updated vehicle, especially with that interior and those big screens. And a nice selection of Silverados, including the 5 regular cab work trucks, which you've seen in videos before. These have been here for quite a while. It's just not really the bread and butter of cars that we sell, but they're here. So if you're local and you have a business, you need a regular cab work truck, we will give these things away. While we're here, we'll check on Walltree, which is doing very, very well. If you're familiar, I took this tree out of a wall that we were taking down. It was about probably half the size it is. I transplanted it here about 1.5 years ago, and she's doing very well. And I haven't forgotten about the negative comments of the people who told me that wouldn't work and that tree would end up in the trash. We also still have 2 C8 Corvettes. Both of these vehicles have been available now for a little bit. No action on them at all. Nothing at all on these two Corvettes. Now, Corvettes are generally more of a specific type model. Somebody wants a certain color, certain set of options, that sort of thing. We still do have some orders in the order system that we're trying to get allocations for. And then what I really want to get here is an allocation for an E-Ray.